Hey guys, hope you all crispy and crunchy. It's CerealMaty here and welcome back to Doki Love and Literature. And it's time for the 10th and momentarily last chapter. But I want to be honest with you guys, I actually don't want to know what's going to happen in this chapter. I mean, I do want to know, but I hope for peaceful events and not something like the last secret poem hinted at. It was a nice offer, but I actually want to turn that offer down, so no thank you, I don't want to buy anything. But I guess I gotta find out, don't I? So let's do this. Morning of the festival. Okay. I was about to say, oh fuck, no music. That's a bad sign. But hey, it's music. But not that, bright music. Happy music. It's pretty dark, actually. The bright chorus of the native white-eyed birds fills the damp morning air. Dew clings to my window, rolling down the window pane in parallel lines and pooling up in little puddles on my windowsill. Soft orchestral music plays from my phone, still hooked up to its charger on my desk. I stare into my bathroom mirror, adjusting my hair with a comb ever so slightly. Last night, I had stayed up cleaning and ironing my uniform out to make sure it was absolutely perfect and ready for the day. It's Monday, the morning of the festival. Monica had texted the group chat earlier that she was already at school helping out the student council with their preparations for everyone's booths. She had specifically requested that each of us show up on time this morning and come to the foyer to assist, mentioning she already has us excused for the first period. It was 7:19 a.m. My playlist shuffles, switching to a slightly cheery piano tune. I listened busying myself with brushing my teeth and getting ready for the day. My mind swirls with the still fresh memories of yesterday. Natsuki had come over as expected, and we had spent almost the entire day together, laughing and experimenting with baking and enjoying each other's presents. Actually, the mod skipped the whole day. There was not a single sequence of me and Natsuki baking together. It wasn't there. Now it's just a story. But we didn't get to live it. Man, that was the best part about it. I was looking forward to some new stuff while baking with Natsuki, but I guess not. What is happening? Yeah, back to my music. I love this song. I should stop mentioning it. It should be normal by now. The kitchen is a mass of dirty bowls, spilled flour, and plastic bags with colorful frosting. Why don't you? Oh, pressing the V button doesn't do anything. In one corner sits a gigantic pink binder full of Natsuki's homemade recipes. The binder opened up to a random page of her cupcake section. The small mixer that Natsuki had brought in her duffel bag sits plugged up next to it. The mixer wasn't big enough to mix all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times over. Oh, now we're living the moment. Sorry for my... I wasn't ranting, but kind of. Sorry. Natsuki stands next to me, leaning over to get a full view of my work. A gigantic bowl filled with the main batch of cupcake batter lays before me, along with a few smaller bowls. Natsuki points at the bowl. Okay, now take the batter and start pouring them into the bowls. Well, obediently, I set out the 5 bowls next to each other. I carefully grab the main batter bowl with both hands and slowly pour an even amount of batter into them. Good! Now put a few drops of coloring into them. I quickly take one of the bottles of food coloring and squirt a few drops into the batter. I repeat the process for the other 4 bowls. Bottles, not bowls. Now whisk it. I grab the whisk and start to swirl the batter around. I repeat the process with the other 4 batters. Natsuki pauses. Alright, let's move on to the icing. Natsuki turns to face the counter behind us where all of the icing supplies are sitting. Another set of bowls awaits, with various icings already poured inside. She walks up to the counter and grabs the whisker and hands it to me.
Okay, now start to whisk it.
Natsuki watches me whisk the icing for about 20 seconds, soaking in my every moment. I feel like I'm being interrogated for murder. She frowns at me and I feel an icy heat crawl up my neck. I definitely messed up somehow. She clears her throat.
Why are you doing it like that?
I pause. Like what? I respond hesitantly. She gives me a look.
Why are you doing it so slow? I'll be here all night if you do it at that pace.
I feel a hot wave of embarrassment wash over me. Sorry, I stutter, lost for a response. Natsuki scoffs and makes a motion for me to move aside. I do so.
Maty, you can't be so gentle with it.
Just beat the shit out of it. She picks up the bowl I was whisking and grabs the whisk.
You gotta...
With ferocity, she starts to aggressively whisk the icing. Really beats the shit out of it! I knew it! Yay! Great accomplishment! It wasn't even an accomplishment. Still proud of myself though.
Just beat it until it's down to a soup.
Well, I don't want to eat it then. If it's soup... Well, short little topic to discuss about. Do you eat soup or do you drink soup? Because actually it's a meal, and I think people say you eat soup, but it's a liquid. So technically you drink it. Yeah, there's something you can discuss about, as I said before. So now let's just move on. She continues to literally beat it and feverishly focused on her face. Focus on her face, whatever. I take a step back, anticipating disaster. Speckles of icing start to dot her apron. Natsuki, you might want to... Without warning, the bowl slips from her hand in almost comical fashion. Natsuki yelps as the bowl flies in the air and dumps the entirety of its contents onto me. Good job, Natsuki. Now you can eat me. Can we skip this part? My face, neck, and apron are coated in the half-beaten blue icing. For a second, the two of us stand in silent shock. Natsuki's hands cover her face red with embarrassment.
Maty,
Slowly, I lift my finger up and scoop some of the icing from my face and bring it to my mouth. The most amazingly sweet and delicatable flavors dance in my mouth. Well, at least it tastes good. Natsuki sputters and breaks out into shaky laughter. She covers her mouth with her hands, trying to stop herself. I join in on the laughter, slowly wiping away the icing with my hands.
Shut, dummy!
Oh, back to the present day. After I got cleaned up, it took me 2 showers to get the smell of blueberry icing out of my hair. Why don't you keep it in your hair? The blueberry icing? Everybody would like to eat your hair. Stop me, please, somebody stop me. We finished up with the baking and put the trays in the oven to cook. In the oven? Natsuki seemed especially proud of my work overall, which made me especially happy. When the cupcakes were finished, I helped her with the actual decorating. The idea she had was to spell out a word onto each cupcake with icing, so each guest can find a word they like and choose a cupcake based on that. After about half an hour, we had made 50 perfect, cute little cupcakes packed up in plastic containers and ready for tomorrow. After that, we sort of lazed around up in my room, not sure of what to do next. As Natsuki told me, there was an anime adaptation of Parfait Girls, which I was immediately curious to see. I ordered us pizza to split, with Natsuki ending up eating more than I did. For the rest of the night, we just laid out on my bed and watched the first season with promises to finish it later on someday. When it started getting dark, her dad came by and picked her up, and that ended the night. It was so pleasant. Just being around her, listening to her animatedly talk about how loyal the Parfait Girls anime was to her source material. We talked about school, the literature club, about our plans for the winter break. We made plans to hang out again, like this sometime during the break, and about our favorite mangas. I wonder what she's doing right now, I think to myself. Probably getting ready for her day, I imagine. She had asked me to keep the cupcake containers at my house overnight, which seemed unusual to do, but I went along with it anyway. Maybe I should text her. My alarm interrupts my phone's playlist, meaning it's time to call Sayori to wake her up. Shit gets real! I unplug my phone from its charger, dial Sayori's number, and hold my phone to my ear. Let me guess, she won't pick up. 30 seconds of ringing follows. I end the call and redial. This time the call immediately hangs up. So... Oh! She must have denied my call. So she is still alive. I frown and open up my messaging app. I tap Sayori's icon and start to type. Coming over, I hit send and shove my phone back into my pocket. I head downstairs, grab my keys and head out the door. I so don't want to live this part. I so don't want to. But I had to. So, let's do it. In a few minutes, I approach Sayori's house. And nothing happened. Oh, mouse cursor. Get away. I open the gate and walk up to her door. I knock, and there's a pause. Oh. Oh, her dad! Ah. That's a big relief on my heart. Who is it? I immediately recognize the voice. It was Mr. Ahsoka, Sayori's father. I shift a little. Even years later, he's still as intimidating as when I was a kid. He usually was the one to oversee Sayori's and I's playdates, and he always seemed a little more watchful of me than Sayori, making sure that I didn't do anything to embarrass or hurt his daughter. Matty is Sayori's friend from down the street. He pauses. Are you here to walk her to school? Yes. I desperately answer. Come in then. I turn the knob to the door and head inside. Mr. Ahsoka doesn't even look at me, but tells me to head up to her room. I swallow, still a bit nervous from the encounter. I start to walk up the staircase to Sayori's room. Various photos of Sayori and her family, her white smile adoring them all, decorate the walls. The photos are very candid, set on in a picnic or a park or a zoo or whatever. In almost all the photos featuring a young Sayori, I recognize my younger self with her. I slowly approach her bedroom door. Sayori? I tap my knuckle on the door. No response. I try again, a little harder. Sayori, it's me, Matty. I hear a light, surprised squeak. But it sounded almost constricted. No mistaking, it was Sayori. Sayori, are you okay? I say worry creeping up my spine. I jiggle the doorknob. Locked. A low gurgling sound. Oh, fuck me. No. Emanates from Sayori's room, painful and drawn out. A sound no human should normally do. Whatever. I feel myself start to panic. I knock on the door again, jiggling the doorknob. Sayori, I repeat, fear taking hold of me. What's going on? Downstairs, I hear Mr. Ahsoka call out, his voice still intimidating me. Everything okay? Fear locks my voice, unable to speak. Primordial panic takes over my body, my heart and my thoughts. I start to slam up against the door, trying to break it down. My hands are shaking, clenched into fists as my body rocks the door. The doorknob jiggles and the lock staying in place. What the fuck is going up there, Sayori? I hear footsteps booming downstairs, starting their way up the stairs. Muffled, I can hear ragged, quick gasps of air. From beyond the door, a choked voice, Sayori's. No! With all my strength, I burst down the door. Oh, fuck me. Shit! Fuck! She's in the fucking middle of hanging herself. Get her out of there! I can't comprehend what my eyes behold me. Hanging from a thick frayed rope is Sayori, her head tilted at an unnatural angle, the rope dangling her precariously in the air. Her chest is half exposed, her nightgown unbuttoned slightly and drooping off her shoulder. A desk chair is knocked over to her bare feet, flinging aimlessly in space. Her eyes were cloudy and bleak, the blues I know washed out. Desperately, she claws at the rope around her neck. Blood oozes from her hands and dribbles down her arms, little droplets staining her shirt. Sunlight streamed in through her open window and reflected on her body. It gave her an angelic glow, but for all the horrifically wrong reasons. Her eyes bulge out in horror and fear of my presence. A limp arm reaches out to me. She attempts to speak. Matty, help! Fucking help her. Don't fucking stand around and just try to think. I don't know what's happening. Just do something. Cut the rope with anything. Her eyes flutter closed. What are you doing? To be continued. Shit! Not now. Oh. Okay. Hey my peeps. Well, the second mod update has been finally released. I hope it made you happy and sad at the same time. Well, latter you can definitely say out loud. I think I know this remix, but anyway, keep on reading. Keep in mind that this story isn't over yet, and you can still save her. Hey, that's good! But can you actually give me the option to do so, and not just let me stand around? Please? Please? Just please? Minasha, please? Anyway, I have some thanks to give and a bit of story to tell. First of all, I'd like to thank Natsuki's Meme Bakery at natsuki.memebakery on Instagram, who wrote the entire story for this mod. I actually asked him if it was okay if I could mod it, and without knowing what a huge commitment it would be, obviously, and they have been so supportive and kind to me. If you're reading this, thank you, and you are truly incredible. Next, I'd like to thank my friends. Ever since school started again, I'd been extremely stressed and had feelings that I was losing connection with all of them. They have been increasingly supportive and kind to me, and it really showed me that I definitely did not lose connections with them. Thank you guys. I don't think you guys know how much I care about all of you. Okay, this is gonna sound cheesy, but my followers on Instagram, you guys are so generous and embarrassed. No, and supportive. Wrong line. It feels like for the first time I have an account that is truly me without having to feel embarrassed. Thank you for appreciating my art too, even if it's still not that good at all. Lol. And telling me to keep going. To wrap up this long letter, I want to thank you, the player as well. Whether you're a follower from my Instagram, came straight from Natsuki's Meme Bakery's Instagram, or fanfic, one of my friends at school or in my class, which, how the heck did you find this mod? Or someone who just likes to play DDLC mods. Thank you. I'm the one who likes to play DDLC mods. Hi. People like you keep me going and keep amazing games like Doki Doki Literature Club alive. I cannot thank you enough for that. Enough for that. Okay, enough of my rambling. Let's just wrap up with a quote. For you, I could pretend I was happy when I was sad. For you, I could pretend like I was strong when I was hurt. I wish love was perfect as love itself. I wish all my weaknesses could be hidden. I grew a flower that cannot be bloomed in a dream that can come true. Jungkook BTS song Fake Love. So I wasn't wrong that it was not a cover, but yeah, it was a cover of Fake Love somewhere in the middle of this mod. So wait, that's actually what Jungkook said? I mean, in Korean probably, but wow. Damn, I so admire this guy. I think he's, 2021? And, dude, he rules the fucking world. And then he drops quotes like that. This dude has to be some of the most inspiring people that exist around our time. So, yeah, enough about BTS and members. Stay strong, Suki. Oh, what? Hi, Natsuki. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find you on Instagram. But I'm gonna do that after I've done my outro. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching this mod so far. It's not over. Oh, shit. It's not over yet, but I have to take a break because there are no more chapters. So far, at least. but they will come as this letter says as well. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching it. If you liked it, tell me somehow, and I'll see you all in the next video.